morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing good today. Welcome to POBA, Place of Bliss Academy. And if you are new to POBA, welcome. And if you are a returning student, which many of you are, welcome back. So good to see you guys again. I love having you in class. Okay, so let's talk about what this course is about. This is a course all about how to get published, but not just how to get published, but how to actually market your book once you are published, because there's a lot of tricks to the trade, and I want you guys to start off being the most successful and having all the tools that you could possibly have to make sure that you and your book have a running start above and beyond everything you could imagine. So let's talk about some of the things we're going to talk about in this course. I talked to you a little bit about the dream, what it is to have the dream of being a writer, being an author. I talked to you about who is an author, who is a writer. We're going to talk about the two styles of publishing. I'm going to tell you quite a bit of stories during this time because I think you need to see how things were, how the history of publishing has been. And I've been around for a really long time and have experienced some really old school ways of doing things and how things are now. And I want to share some of those stories with you. You're going to get to see the dream that I had. You're going to see some of my dreams come true. You're going to see some of my dreams get crushed and what I did with that. We're going to talk about being agented, if that's the route that you're going. We're going to talk about how do you find publishers. We're going to talk about the highs and the lows, the excitement when something happens, and also how to deal with the disappointments. We're going to talk about the differences between indie publishing and traditional publishing, and I'm going to give you my personal opinion on those things. I am a hybrid of both, and so I have some insight and some insider information that I can share with you. We're going to have a whole series of lightning rounds where we have short videos where I answer a lot of important questions that come up, and a lot of the questions that have to do with personal belief systems and confidence and how we tear ourselves down based on the things we're telling ourselves. And I want to correct those for you before you start going down that road. We're going to talk about the validation of your writing. We're going to talk about the vulnerability of what it is to be a writer and how to deal with that. I'm going to take you through the whole process of how to actually do a Kindle and print book on Amazon. And so we're going to have it on screen and you are going to see start to finish everything that you need to do in order to get your book published. And also I'm going to link all of the links of where to go, because sometimes there's just, the main pages and then there's the pages for the authors. And sometimes that can be a little bit difficult to find. So in every section, I'm going to connect you with the link that you are needed as the author trying to put your book on a site. I'm going to give you some basic intro tips to formatting your manuscript, to getting it ready for uploading it to another site. And there are many sites, not just Amazon, that I'm going to share with you that you can upload your book to. So in this part of formatting, I'm going to give you just a few basic things that I had to learn and really research because I didn't know how to do them. And I'm going to share those things with you to make your process of uploading your book a lot easier. I'm going to talk to you guys about what it means to make mistakes. We aren't perfect, and even, I have to tell you, even when we have a traditional publisher and we have editors with a traditional publisher, it does not mean that your book is not going to have mistakes. So whether you're traditionally publishing or you're an indie publisher, it does not mean that mistakes are not going to happen. And I'm going to talk to you about the mistakes that I've made. I'm going to show you and share a story with you, and then how I corrected that mistake and why indie publishing is a lot better for that particular reason. I'm going to share with you a few other websites that are really important to get your book on, because they are dedicated to readers and they're global. So it's really important that you give your book the best opportunity to be seen. We are going to talk about other websites like Kobo, like Barnes & Noble, Goodreads, Google Play Books. We're going to talk about everything, and I'm going to give you my own personal stories and examples of which ones were really great, which ones were, and little trouble that I ran into. Because if you happen to run into that trouble, you'll understand that it's a company-wide thing perhaps, and not just you. And I think a big part of doing all of this is to help you understand that these things are quite normal. We're going to really go into marketing, because once I self-published my books, I was like, now what? Where do I put them now? You need to put them somewhere where they have a potential to be seen. And that started me on an entire journey where I had to do a lot of research to figure out, where can I market my book that makes the most sense, that people who are actual readers of my genre will be able to see them? And I hit the gold mine when I found one in particular that I absolutely love, that is like an umbrella that has everything that you need in it. So I'm going to share that with you, as well as many other marketing tools of the trade that you can use, so that you really know what you can do. And I'm going to also share with you some that I tried that didn't really work, or one that just really didn't work at all. I'm going to share with you my experience, while also explaining to you with all of this that this is just my experience, and it does not mean that you won't have a different experience. I want you to explore the things you want to explore, but now you have the benefit of hearing my experiences, and that will help you make your own decisions. I give you actual live updates while the sales are happening of my book and the marketing that I did, and it's really exciting to see that. While I also show you an example of an advertising that I did that completely flopped. And so this is kind of fun, because it feels like it's live. You're seeing it happening as it was happening. I am going to go into detail about how to write a blurb, and there's also a PDF attached that gives you an outline of some of the things that you want in your blurb. What is a blurb? A blurb is that short description that you need to write, and it needs to be fantastic, because it's a make or break thing for your book. It's the thing that's going to show up on every platform that you put, as they see the picture of your book and then they read a little bit about what it's about. That's your blurb. And guess what? If your blurb is not given any thought and it's not written properly, people are just going to go on to the next book. So you want to make sure that you have some understanding of what you need to do with the blurb. And I'm going to give you all of my research and all my own personal experience of doing it the wrong way and then learning to do it the right way. And I'm going to share that with you so you can start off from scratch doing everything right. And also, we're going to really talk about getting comfortable with vulnerability, because when you put yourself out there, you are now out there, your words are out there, and it can be quite uncomfortable. Yet it's something that you really need to get comfortable with, because you are putting your words out there, and you are going to start having reviews, and you have to just bake into the cake that some are going to like it, some are not going to like it for whatever reasons. It's the same thing with courses. Some people like it, they don't. But we do need to talk about how to handle the vulnerability and how to put yourself in the right mindset, so that when you are faced with different opinions of what you've written, it doesn't destroy you. We're going to talk about getting organized with your book, and I actually provide you guys with an Excel spreadsheet, because chances are you're going to do more than one book. And if you do, you need to be organized about this. Why? Because you also need to know where you're advertising, who you're advertising with. You need to know, what step in the process you're with, how many, if you plan on putting yourself across multiple, platforms and uploading your book to those, you need to know which ones you did and which ones you didn't. It's really important for you to keep track of. It becomes more important for you to keep track of these things as you have multiple books. And also, you have to pay taxes. So there's other things that you need to be able to look at a spreadsheet just to see what's going on. And then, of course, I'm going to give an end message, because I always want to encourage you guys to be the best versions of yourself, and I want to encourage you to take charge and be excited about what you're about to endeavor in. With that being said, you guys, I am so excited that you are taking this course, or you are thinking about taking this course. If you liked everything that I said right now, go ahead and click that button, put it in your cart, and guess what? I will see you guys in class. Bye-bye.